Hey guys, Riley the Nerd here. Today, we're taking a look at another plush. So, I didn't want to do 2 plush videos in a row, but I just made this plush about like 5 minutes ago, and I decided, you know what, let's do another review of a plush. Why not? Because, to be honest, I haven't really been motivated to actually, like, take a look at a proper action figure. But there is a review that is not a plush or anything like that. Spoiler, it's a model. And a diorama. So, if you go on my Instagram, if you're interested in my Instagram, username is just in the description, so you can go check it out. If you notice the new, I posted a picture of what it is. So, if you want to get a sneak peek of some, usually I post some of the things that I'm going to review before I actually review it, so stay tuned for that. So basically, Instagram is a pretty good place to see stuff that I draw, pose, like make or anything. So if you're interested in that, just in the description as well. Anyway, but today, this plush, you've already seen the title and the thumbnail, so we are taking a look at Rattlesnake Jake from Rango, yes. So, in that, the King Ghidorah Muto's review, I said that King Ghidorah is the longest plush that I've made. He outranks Lord Shen. Lord Shen was the longest, now King Ghidorah is the longest, but now Rattlesnake Jake is confirmed the longest. I did a comparison before I did this video, and he is longer than King Ghidorah, but Brain from 9 is still the biggest, so he's on top still. Anyway, but let's take a look at this guy. So here he is. As you can see, he doesn't look very long on camera. I mean, he's very long. But on camera, he doesn't look that long, and you may be like, oh, he doesn't look longer than King Ghidorah. Trust me, he is. I did a comparison. So here he is. We are actually going to be taking a look at the review table and actually getting close up at the detail. Because just doing this won't do justice, I'm telling you. But anyway, just kind of a quick little thing. So now let's get on to the actual review, so let's move that. Okay, so here he is, right here. There's a little crease in there. I don't like that in my review sheet. But here he is. Bam! Now, as you can see, this is why I wanted to do a, like, kind of a normal-looking review, because, trust me, this guy has a lot of detail that, just on, like, the normal camera view, it won't pick up as well. But, so, as you can see, he's very long. If I just stretch him out here, you can't even see it, but where I'm looking at, he basically covers, his tail, like, leaps off of the actual review sheet, and his head is a little bit poking out, just a little bit, but he is a very long plush. Anyway, but the details on his face here are probably the best that I've done at any plush. King Ghidorah is a very good plush, but the reason why I kind of didn't like the way that he looked was because his eyes. His eyes looked a little bit too goofy, and he didn't look threatening. But here, this Rattlesnake Jake is looking right at you, and he is threatening. And I actually made a way bigger mouth this time with actual fangs in there, so that's great. And also, if you notice this little black stuff around here, if you know, in the movie, he has, like, scales that have, like, little black lines on it to look like a mustache, so very clever on their part. By the way, Rango is a very clever movie. I love it to bits. And Rattlesnake Jake is probably one of my favorite villains next to Lord Shen. So, and his hat here, his hat doesn't leap like that in the movie. I had to kind of bend it so it doesn't look, because if I just squish that like that, he's gonna look really goofy. So I just try to make it look like, so it's kind of like my own thing, no? I didn't want to try to make it look as, I mean, he still looks as possible like in the movie, but I didn't want to make it look like just Rattlesnake Jake. I wanted to make it look like my own thing, if that makes sense. And then right here, he has, I didn't have much, like, a felt to actually make, like, a full body. So his body's actually made into 4 different segments. So you have this body right here, where his head is, and then it loops right there, and you can see this hot glue gun, this little glue kind of leaping off. That connects to this next bit right here. And then his, this shorter end, and then we have where his actual Gatling gun tail is. And we'll get to that later. So he's made out of basically 4 segments because I didn't have enough felt to actually, like, make a full body. But to be honest, I kind of like it that way. It kind of looks like, because I didn't want to just add all the, like, the
stripes. Well, not the stripes, but I don't really know what those are called in the snake. His like tummy. So, but that kind of just looks like that. So, and then we have his like his bullets, like his bullet belt, I guess you would call it. So it just loops around, very simple. And also all the individual bullets are actually glued on, and the little like things that cover like overlap the bullets are also individually. So you can see some of this like hot glue excess stuff. So get rid of that. Nobody likes that. They each have pipe cleaner segments. So this one has a pipe cleaner segment. I stuffed this one so it doesn't look too bad because I didn't want to make him look skinny. So you see that he has a bendy in a pipe cleaner in him. And then right here as well, I don't like to bend the middle section because it kind of warps the belt a little bit. But there you go. There's the bend to prove. And then this one, he's a little bit thicker in this end. And then there is no pipe cleaner at this end, so it's just a loose thing. So let's actually move on to his Gatling gun. So his Gatling gun is really heavy. The reason why it's heavy is actually because there's metal key rings covering around the whole thing. So you can see the little, like, reflection bit in the light. So, oops, just bumped my camera there. So the bottom part is felt, and I made it a little bit thicker so it doesn't, like, loop off. So I'm just going to have to get rid of some of this excess stuff. And then there are 2 rings right here, 2 rings, and then 2 more pieces of felt like there, 2 more rings, and then 2 more pieces of felt, 2 rings, 1 piece of felt, and 1 ring. And then we have the end of his gun where he actually shoots out of. And the reason why I made it metal is because because the pictures of the official Rattlesnake Jake plush, the main thing that I hated about it was his hat. I hated that it was just like a loose flap. I never actually have it, but just the pictures of it. I hated that his hat was just like a loose piece of fabric, and I hated that. So I made his hat thicker, and I hated that his rattle was like just a really cheap like fabric. So I actually made metal. So mine is dedicated. So it is metal, and it's actually very heavy. So it gives some weight at the end. And also the reason why I did that as well was because I didn't want, because he has different segments. He has different size chamber bullet, like different chambers, because his Gatling gun is made out of different chambers of different different barrels of different guns. So I try to make, so this is the bottom one, and then you have this one, and then it leads up to the next one, and then leads up to the next one. And I also try to make it look like it's like kind of turning to the right a little bit. As you can see, it's kind of leaning to the side because in the movie he can actually like move and adjust the way his tail moves, so he can pick up glasses and stuff. So very nice. And then I should add a little bit more detail to the end of the tail, because just looking at this now, it just kind of looks kind of crappy. And basically that is pretty much it. I might do a new like Rattlesnake Jake confronts Rango video, because now I actually have a Rattlesnake Jake plush. So maybe I'll do that, maybe. I don't know. It's going to be a little bit tough for this one, because I didn't want to... You know what? Maybe I'll do it, maybe. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. Please leave a comment. But you guys know what time it is, so... Bye, guys.